Again, I'm here giving testimony to my dog that he was offended that NASA scientists were not aware he had sexual preference for cats and male cats of all things, and did not consider that into the breeding patterns of humans. And he actually liked having sex with cats. It was really kind of weird. So Maxwell would often just look up at me, Dad, I'm going to go mount that male cat's head. And he'd go right over to it. I'd look at him. No, about once a week. He'd walk over, he'd mount that male's cat head, just like it was a female dog. And he had no interest in female dogs. My male dog castrated because he was purebred and registered and all of that. Castrated. So I'm using this testimony. He was a little offended. So I'm doing my best to castrate the Bible and then castrate the Bible and move forward. So today I've been working. What I've finally come to recognize is I'm through Max. We need to take every verse of the Bible and we need to make something out of it. So through Max is my intent. I'm starting right now. Because I want no royalty. I want no recognition for doing this on Facebook. I want nothing. I'm just Ben David. Just David's son. Only David's son. Only David's son. Giving testimony for my dog. So giving testimony for my dog, what? I think I chose Colossians 3:3. I was working on that. For you have died and your life is hidden with Christ in God. So I'm hiding all of this. I think I'm going to remove everything. So what I'm seeing, for new joint, what I'm actually seeing, when Christ, who is life, is revealed, so future tense, so we need to make it current, past tense, then we will also be revealed with him in glory. So the Quran contained a reference to my dog, and that seemed pretty appropriate. So through a series of just going through doing 13 years of going through prophecies, through that series of where do I put my dog now? It's where do I put my dog with respect to the Dead Sea Scrolls is really the where do I put my dog with respect to the Dead Sea Scrolls? He's the medieval marker. 4Q321, the first year, the first month begins with it doesn't make sense to you. The Passover, the waving of the omers, doesn't make sense to you. The second month begins in Jediah, and I'll leave it alone. The second Passover is the Sorim. The third month begins in Kuz. The Feast of Weeks in Jeshua. The fourth run begins Elishab. The fifth month begins in Bilgah. So here we have the Day of Atonement is in and then it steps through the just outlines the days. Priestly service, Sabbath interest. This will go for our try as I'm doing this. I wanted to scrape my pipe and get that out also. So I'll read through this. Sit there. I'm not doing something that couldn't have already been done before. It just hadn't been thought of, I don't think, and too overwhelming. In the 14th month and the 9th month at the entrance. So this tells us days, all worthless. Okay, that one. This is just days, so it's yeah, we have it. Fragmentary of historical writings. Then they give a whole wasted space commentary. I showed you that friend who joined. Thank you. I showed you that Zohar earlier. I posted the Zohar earlier in order to demonstrate what the this should be look like. They've used all of this stuff just 100% wrong because they didn't understand where it came from. Israel also did not understand, which is a weird, difficult thing because they could not figure out themselves, oh, our record was wrong, which meant that the entire world's record was wrong, which meant, past tense. We already kind of knew because we have the Sabbath rituals and we have the Sunday rituals, which days which rituals, which is our school system, which days which. You have heard of how we really messed up with our wars. You'd understand. We broke the Sabbath, but we don't. So our children don't even know. Our children don't even know, which is kind of interesting to me that our children don't even know the immediacy, which is no one knew because the whole fucking thing just has to be taken away. On the 10th month, again, more worthlessness, bitter of spirit, worthlessness. They got the word scripture and prison. So they caught a couple words that make sense to us if we're taking the Bible apart as to how it looks with what it contained. We will never know what the Bible actually looked like. We will never know we will just never know. We will just never know. So the only thing we have from our never knows is 6,000 years of not knowing. 6,000 years of not knowing. And 6,000 years of knowing, not understanding, not keeping records. So I decided to get back online because I was reading Colossians, the relationship Paul had at Colossians 3:3. If you have died and your life is hidden with Christ in God. And I was thinking, when Christ, who is your life, is revealed, then you also will be revealed with him in his glory. I think we touched on that. So how do we reveal God? We have to trade. I was looking at the 27 books. The book of the genealogy of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham, unable to be properly accounted for because we don't have it. And the Davidic covenant is not the Abrahamic covenant, but we have duality in the messiahships. And so I'm taking the son of David, and from that, friend who joined, all you need is the rest is the son of Abraham. It's kind of like a marker. Okay, you want to understand it, you have to put the two separate right there. And from that point, you go straight to the book of Galatians. The Apostle Paul fucked us. So, number one, go straight to the book of Galatians. To Abraham was born Isaac, to Isaac, Jacob, to Jacob, Judah, and his brothers. So there is your testament to the 12 patriarchs in the year 1666. The Bible, the Oscantahuahito Bible, had the testament to the 12 patriarchs in it. And in the year 1660, so that's that one. And to Judah were born, see this messy stuff, Tamar, that's Joseph and Tamar, it's a book. So I like to think that that Jesus was inspecting the literature that they actually used and understood. So he's going back into where did you come from stuff, where did you come from? Where did you come from stuff? And when I think about it like that, where did you come from? Okay. Judah and his brother. And to Judah were born Perez, and Perez by Tamar. So there's Joseph. And to Hezron, Perez was born Hezron, and to Hezron Ram. Ram, there is your 1666 King James Bible giving us that Ram. So in the duality of each of these verses have 1 to 30 things associated with them having to do with the actual Apocrypha. One verse, we had 2 chunks of Apocrypha. Unconsidered, of course, because we weren't supposed to. Because the consideration is not the content. The consideration is the invalidation of each other and how we lost each other. So I've used the 4 on Facebook and it looks pretty good. I went over and checked. I was saying earlier, I wonder if they'll post it, and evolving onto God's green earth, they did. So I want to see if anyone, that was kind of actually a surprise. That was actually kind of a surprise that they did. NPR, the Trump administration has disbanded a controversial wildlife advisory board that was criticized for promoting the benefits of international big game hunting. Trophy hunting disbanding the fucking topics. That is such an anti-topic. Is that fresh? I want to see if there's any comments. I'm not going to comment. I'm kind of annoyed with NPR right now. NPR is not even giving good news. Three big takeaways from Sinn Féin stunning surge in Ireland. My existence proves that God exists. I need to do that. My existence proves that God exists. I'm just trying to say, set goals, stay quiet about them, mash the shit out of them, slap them for your damn self, complete every day. The book of happy engineering. Yeah, I've got some words. That's all they're doing is they learned a word in school. The propensity of being an ape typing is kind of weird. this experience, they actually posted my thing. So I'm going to go over there and evolving into God's green earth, a good sized group. Ha! Oh, I got a good one. And this guy's laughing at me, and he's a military person. I like that. Let me see what this is. Oh, and this was on something else. This is on something else. So, President Trump departs for New Hampshire, and I posted a bunch of those in there, and he laughed. So that's cool. Oh, right on. I like that. Nice airplane. Nice airplane. Okay. A wrong one. Evolving on your post in evolving into God's green earth was approved by Shavita Singh, which surprised me. But it was a very, 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 very simple. Didn't say anything. Start going. This entire thing is supposed to go out into Facebook. This entire thing, best I can tell, is supposed to go out into Facebook. It's supposed to go out there. It's supposed to be caught. It's supposed to be, hey, looked at your shit, had this thought, talk to your pastor, just talk to people, go to my website, and gather things up, gather information. I'm going to go to my Facebook wall where I've got a nothing. We are nothing because God, we remove God from the Bible. We are actually nothing because we remove God from the Bible. We are actually nothing because we remove God from the Bible. We are nothing because we remove God from the Bible. I'm going to go into this, guys. Bob Hunter, he's a friend of mine. Again, names. Let's stop being friends. I'm going to see his groups. A good evolutionist. Darwinian evolutionist. So he studied at University of New England, and he knows what he's talking about, but he's looking at his data wrong. Good. Photos, videos. I can't see his groups. Okay. And Elliot was, so these 17 verses are worthless in the book. They're worthless. They're worthless as far as prophecy. They're no good to us. The announcement of the birth. Now, the birth of Jesus Christ had been as follows. When his mother Mary had been betrothed to Joseph, first names, before they came together, she was found to be with child by the Holy Spirit. And Joseph, her husband, being a righteous man, not wanting to disgrace her, desired to put her away secretly. Yeah, wow. Okay, that's a bad one. But when he had considered it, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream, saying, Joseph, son of Dawood, do not be afraid to take Mary as your wife. That which has been conceived of her is of the Holy Spirit. How many verses are in the New Testament? $7,957. Where are we at on internetcult.org? 599. Thanks, guys. Okay, what's new? Job, don't fuck with Job. By Job chapter 2, you know it's a weird legend. And so man answer yes to question. What does this cherry pick version? Here's where we are sacred. We asked a question, we interpreted it wrong. And because God's it's like, okay, we asked a question, you interpreted it wrong, we got a blop. So, which is the construct, which is the formatting, which is the website, which is every way it looks, it hurts my eyes, which is Job in the Job's a bad book. Job is a nasty. Job is a nasty. Job is a nasty, 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 nasty. He warned you. So it being a nasty, that's what it actually meant. Let's see. Jeremiah. It's going to take me a fucking long time. But all of this being inspired, meaning that we had the thought and the time to consider it, and we considered it wrong. God provided us a wrong answer. Inspired. Job, there was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job, and that man was perfect. So what does it mean? Days of few in trouble? Well, that man was perfect. There's no days of trouble. And upright, and why? He feared God and he eschewed evil. We erase God from the Bible. So that was spoken by a man who knew what he was talking about. We erase God from the Bible. There was a man unto 7 sons and 3 daughters. Okay, 7 and 3. 7 and 3, 7 and 3, 7 and 3. Let's find 1. Full of trouble. A legend. Suffering. We endured. God allowed Satan to torment, to show up and test him. And Job, it was a ego. In the book of Job, we find many revelations about God That's a tough one. We all let's play my little game. It's not in the it's not in the New Testament, so we can okay. We erase God from the Bible. How many revelations about God and also identify the righteous man who is going through the storm through no fault of his own? We erase God from the Bible. We were supposed to, according with John 1:18. He hath put my brethren far from me, and mine acquaintances are verily estranged from me. Joe, there's one. Joe's man is few days. Hear diligently my speech, and let this be your consolations. Yep. Okay. Job's life testified to his words. Wherefore do the wicked live, become old, ye are rightly in power? Oh, yea, are you mighty in power? Got questions at internetcult.org. You're fucking with Job shit. Yet when we are suffering, our days seem to be endless. Yeah, because you're fucking with Job shit. Let's see what Job says about that. Will answer thee, and they companions with thee. Job said, a man is full of trouble, and we took God out of the Bible. Let's see how Job responded. Oh, Psalms, no. Job. Increase of this household shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. What that meant is because we're working with something that does not exist, it means that we're making ourselves up. And so the day of wrath is we already got done. We made ourselves up. We're done. And we're good. Honest. One reason God allows trials in our lives, yeah. I've got a trial right now. I'm going to call her. So it's annoying me, not.
Hi, you've reached Leah's voicemail. Please leave a message and return to the beep, and I'll reach call as soon as I can. Thank you. At the tone, please record your voice message. When you are finished recording, you may hang up or press pound for more options.
Hey, baby, I was considering going to town, but I was wanting to catch you and talk to you about that. I'm getting a call. Hello?
Hello?
I'm probably leaving you a long message here, by the way. I'm sorry. I transferred over. I was just saying I'm considering going to town, and I kind of want a burger, and do that. Do you? I just wanted to let you know. How was your day?
Good. I can't complain. It was decent. I'm
What was it? Busy? Was it more relaxed than some of the crap you've been dealing with?
A little bit.
Good.
I'm just gonna go home and dive into homework and not give a dang.
You're not gone yet? I assumed you were.
No, I just left. I'm on my way home right now.
Oh, I'm sorry for not giving you. Well, then I'll hang out with you for a few minutes.
No. Go. I gotta run into the store real quick here in the next minute or two anyways.
Okay.
So, you're fine, baby. Go get your burger. Go get your burger.
Yeah, I want that.
You were supposed to do that, and you never did that the other time.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you doing that. And use the joint account.
You know,
You're supposed to use the
thank
joint
you.
account
Thank
like
you.
10 years ago.
Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you for that. That I'll do that. Thank you. Thank you. I'll do that. Good. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
So I'm gonna pull up to the store to pick up some studying snacks, and I'm gonna go home and study. I've got a lot of shit I gotta do tonight, homework wise.
Are you going to be up late doing it, or?
I don't want to be up late, but that kid just fell on his ass. Poor baby. I totally got distracted. I thought that kid was gonna funk his head on the concrete.
Oh, that sucks.
Um.
Oh, and I logged into your account. I just logged into our WSECU account on accident. So that's cool.
That's okay.
Well,
So yeah, just go do your thing, baby. I'm gonna get snacks and study. I do want to try to go to bed in at least an hour.
Okay.
So I'll probably try to call you between 8:30 and 9:30. But yeah, it's homework time, and so go have a burger and ignore me.
I'm gonna go have I'm gonna have a chocolate malt too.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you, baby. I'm going to do that.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Love you.
All right, I love you. Fill your belly, please.
Thank you, baby. I really appreciate it.
Okay, just get some fries too.
I'll
Or get 2 burgers.
I will have a full sit down, probably a $15 meal. How about that?
Yes, thank you. I love it. That's what I want to hear.
All right, I'll do that. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for bye. And my prayers are answered, not for food, but because that was a really good, peaceful, good thing. So, I'm actually saving up some money for some other. I'm out of pot. Go get half an ounce or something. We were reading from Job. Okay. Job. I'm checking my online bank account and then I'll tell the story. Joel, what does Joel leave us? Be glad then, ye children of Zion. Yeah, take it. Okay. Job. Okay. The book of Job being a nasty. Oh, I was still on the phone with her. Ha. The book of Job being a nasty. Hey, baby, that was weird. And I don't know if we were off the phone or not, but I need to. I'm sitting here talking to myself, so I'm sorry. I'm reading the book of Job, and thank you. That was really good. I'm sorry, and Thank you. I'll talk to you soon. Sorry, that was weird. Don't feel the if I caught you off guard, like what the fuck? I'm sorry. Okay, love you. Talk to you soon. Job. Job. He eschewed evil, 3 daughters, 7 sons. However, as we're coming into it, it has 4. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to a day the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan was also among them. So Satan was not the son of God, I guess. And the Lord said unto Satan, Whence thou comest? And the Lord said unto Satan, they have the conversation. So here's where it gets really, really, okay, you're getting fucked. And there came a messenger. The oxen were plowing, the asses feeding, working, and eating. The Sabians fell upon them and took them away. Yea, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. Alone. While he was yet still speaking, there came another. So he was alone. Everyone died while he was yet still speaking. If I've been through this, I'm sorry before. The fire of God was fallen from heaven and hath burned up the sheep, and I am the only one escaped to tell thee. While he was yet still speaking, there came also another. I am the only one who escaped to tell thee. While he was yet still speaking, there came another and said, Thy sons and daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And behold, a great wind. Everyone is dead. And I only escaped alone to tell thee. So consider how condemning that is. We just passed through 3. I'm the only one who's escaped. I'm the only one who escaped. So did he just have 4 different? He has a lot of property, maybe, but we don't know. In reality, he was a wealthy guy, and he has a province, and this province got blah, and I'm the only one who escaped to tell you 4 times. So that's chapter 1, and in all this, Job sinned not nor charged God foolishly. And there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also among them, to present himself before the Lord. And the Lord said unto Satan, From whence comest thou? And Satan answered, and the Lord said, From going to and fro around the earth, and walking up and down in it. And the Lord said to Magic Sprinkle answered, But put forth thine hand now and touch his bone, and his flesh will be cursed to thy face. Magic Sprinkle. And the Lord said unto Magic Sprinkle, also went Magic Sprinkle forth from the presence, Magic Sprinkle, and smote Job with boils. Just, Magic Sprinkle. And he sat down among the ashes. Among the fucking ashes. God, magic sprinkle. Satan, magic sprinkle walks on water. If they shall take up serpents, and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. They shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover. Magic sprinkle, we got a bunch of shalls. So then, after the Lord had spoken unto them, he was received up into heaven and sat at the right hand of God. Magic sprinkle. I'm going to go get a burger. My girlfriend said I could. Offered me. I'm going to have a burger. That's cool. Oh. Okay, and I was doing this other thing first. Oh, did I? Okay, I need to do this. How many verses are in the magic sprinkle? 0. Magic sprinkle. 0. What does you get one wrong? You're fucked. Magic sprinkle. Okay. Magic sprinkles. Here in Third Eye Awakening and in YouTube and stuff will take about an hour for each verse. I'm gonna have to spend a couple days figuring out. It's going to literally be that, well, what's hanging over my head. The only thing I can do with this is I'll have to figure out what do I burn my house down or what after I'm done. I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of scared. You do too much ritual magic, bad things happen to you. So, and that's a good thing that just happened to me. Okay, I've nice. I'll take that. Okay, I'm happy with that. What I just saw. So, I need this. I'll take this one. Okay. Magic sprinkle. 6,000 year with magic sprinkle. Marijuana. Did we get it right? Do we understand it? We go into the it's a secret naming, so we get inappropriate names. Hashish, I was like, well, all of the, what is it? Also called. Third eye wicket, marijuana, and third eye. How cannabis affects the pineal gland. So we got a fictional name for a legitimate gland. So how marijuana affects the pineal gland when you have a 6,000 year magic sprinkle on it. In some parts of the USA and other parts of the world, okay, so we got it. Governments are decriminalizing, got that? Use of, not just for medical use. In this particular one, we should actually, I should put a page for you kids to put up in conjunction with this. By the way, if you want 3 pages of medical use of it, like shit that doctors have compiled in their research in the process of legalization. What are we going to use this? What are we going to permit it for? How does it contribute? How does it help? All lost data, because it's like, well, we just did it. So we lost that data because we didn't have the right people looking at it. Is it a sin for marijuana in places where it is legal to do so? So yeah, you're dressing. If mommy and daddy tell you it's sin and you're sitting avoiding surfing porn right here. In instances where recreational marijuana is legal, there's still 2 primary issues that should keep people from using it. That should keep people. Let's read these. The first, physical health. Absolutely, it's bad for your lungs. It's bad. And it can and it can lead to a mental illness. That's magic sprinkle. Okay, how cannabis affects the pineal gland. The pineal gland has a profound impact on the brain. Its sensitivity has led to speculation that it is magic sprinkle. Referred to in mythology, it is worth investigating what sort of magic sprinkle cannabis has on the part of the magic sprinkle. The magic sprinkle appeared as a magic sprinkle and out of Egypt, ancient Egyptian art. I'll call my son. The Hindus, thank you, also magic sprinkle with a ceremonial magic sprinkle. This is said to mark the location of the science center of energy of the subconscious mind. It is said to humanity's link to the spiritual realm. Magic sprinkle, philosopher taught apes grow up to become him. Magic sprinkle of medical research, apes grow up to become you. Discredited even during his lifetime. Question: why don't you? There should no. It's all bad. All bad. Oh, bad. I found this article and I wanted to take it from you. I like that one. I found this article and I wanted to take it from you. I'm going to fuck with that one. I found this article and I wanted to take it from you. I found this article and I need it for legitimate research. Blap. 1666. Do you mind? It's for this. So I actually had some surprise. Nobody, I put in, we're still, enough people that I know enough people have read my shit. It's worthless. Oh, you're typing grade 8. It's worthless. My stuff is worthless to you. My stuff is, this had no value to you. My stuff is, this had standing value to you. My stuff is, this got to come out of your education system when everything shall be made new. That's my shit. And finding the one verse we need, so I can't write a fucking book. I think I'm going to give like the 7 things Jesus said. He didn't say that much. He really did not teach that much. Jesus was surprising to have a building, power over disease, and when had come to Peter, sick in bed, touched her hand, demon possessed. He himself took away our infirmities and carried away our disease. In that particular one, he told us nothing. Nothing. Jesus. But do not understand what I'm saying. It is because you cannot hear my word. Magic fucking sprinkle. You can't hear it. He told us. Oh. This is becoming worse than I thought it was. It's really, okay, how does each verse relate to memorizing the whole Bible in order to take it away from God? Questions.internetcult.org ministers. Magic sprinkle. And getting the name Ben David. So pray that it does good. Plus, without all of the stuttering, with a new paradigm of clarity. A new paradigm of the new world order. I'm going to go get a burger. Thanks for new join.